You're listening to Faith, Relationship, and Community Podcast, where we talk about all things faith, relationship, and community. My name is Noah. I'm the lead pastor of Morningside Lutheran Church. Today, I sit down with McKenzie Matasovsky from Her Health as we discuss the impact they're having walking with women through pregnancy. It's fun to finally have you in the hot seat as
I know. Can you believe it?
Not representing the church, but representing something different. But so how long have you been there
colliding.
now? Yeah, they are.
I have been there almost 4 months. The end of this month, it'll be 4 months.
Boy, that's flown by. Does it feel like it? I mean,
yes. A lot of like my first month was just, getting your bearings. And then I was sent to training we're affiliated with an organization called Heartbeat International. So I went to training there in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Super exciting place to go to training.
Yeah.
They are like a pregnancy help network, basically. So they help us really with executive director training, leadership training, development training. They do like nurse sonography trainings, any legal things. They help coordinate if somebody calls our helpline.
Yeah.
It's through them.
Okay.
And so all of that network is powered by them.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Cool. Okay, so tell the people watching, who are you? What's your story?
What is my story?
Yeah. Say a little bit about your family.
Sure. So my husband Tim and I live in Sergeant Bluff. We have 2 young kids. We're very busy with 2 young kids, which is great. Funny, bonkers.
Yeah.
All the
That's
time.
that age.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so fun.
Still into hockey?
Still, and both of them play hockey.
Both of them play now?
Both of them play.
That's awesome.
It's something.
Yeah, that's good. It is something.
It is fun.
And you were here for how many years were you on staff here at Morningside?
Oh, gosh. I was here, I think, 4 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. 4 years and transitioned. So
I did transition.
Tell us what you do now and your work.
Sure. So now I am with Her Health Women's Center. Mm-hmm. We have locations in Sioux City and Lamar's, but I am director of advancement, so all things fundraising.
Yes. Just had a fundraiser not too long ago. How'd that go?
It was so good.
Yeah.
We it's one of our annual fundraisers called Diaper Dash. It gets confused a lot for like a diaper drive.
Do people bring diapers sometimes?
Sometimes. We've had that before where there's a little confusion.
Which you'll take, probably.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll take the diaper
We sure
donations.
will.
Yeah.
But it's just a walk run. Where this year we had 2 locations. We have the past couple years in Lamar's and South Sioux City. And the goal is just to raise funds for all of our programming, but then also to provide a sense of community for our donors and people that support what we do, and give them a chance to meet. And
it's been grateful to be able to come out and pray over the beginning of some of that, and I know for the last few years, and so it's been good.
Yeah, it's really fun to have. You see a lot of our church partners really active in our events like that, and so it's so fun to see everybody that comes out for that and all the different churches that obviously have a heart for that mission. So
for those who don't know what Her Health is, what is Her Health?
So we are a pregnancy resource center. So our goal is to be that first step for any woman, couple, family facing an unplanned, or planned pregnancy, but usually in most cases are the pregnancies we support these women and their families on are unplanned. Yeah. And so our goal is to be that first step for her and provide her a safe space to just kind of think about what new changes are going on with her and what her next steps are.
So what does that process look like for anybody who might be sitting there and has an unplanned pregnancy or they're just concerned about what next steps to take? What does that look like for somebody to kind of walk in for the first time?
Sure. So the nice thing, they can make appointments online. They can text our hotline. It doesn't even have to be a phone call if that's a barrier.
Okay.
But they'll schedule an appointment. They'll come in, meet with an advocate who are just volunteers that really have a heart for women and for just coming alongside them and encouraging them in that next journey. Yeah. So they'll meet with an advocate and a nurse. They'll actually confirm pregnancy. If the test comes back positive, then they will do an ultrasound. And try and capture that image if they're able. Yeah. And then sometimes there's a follow-up appointment. It just depends on the situation. Like if it's maybe too early to see anything on the ultrasound, they may come back for a second appointment. But then we really try and walk with them throughout their entire pregnancy. Not medically, we just do first trimester things, but then we have parenting classes. We have different opportunities for these moms to earn points and shop in our boutique. So every time they take a class, which is just a video, they can earn points and come shopping in our boutique. And our boutique is set up like an actual store.
Yeah.
So if they need bottles, if they need diapers, if they need a bassinet, if anything like that, they can come in and get that, which is just so nice to be able to provide that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The goal for us is we want them to know how cherished and loved they are, and really reflect to them like, you are an image bearer, you're growing an image bearer, and so how do we love you well and set you up for success in your parenting journey, in your pregnancy, and so they can see us even after birth.
Okay. Yeah, you have services. What do you do after birth for services?
So there's still parenting classes.
Okay.
They can do, there's daddy duty classes. There's all of these different options that they have. There's different counseling options where they can meet with some of our providers, which is just really cool. It's really neat to see. One, it's fun for us to see, these sweet babies as they come back in and we get to know them and watch them grow up a little bit through that first year. Yeah. And we get to know these patients and clients, and it's just fun.
So obviously her health is a specifically pro-life center.
Yes.
Yeah.
The goal now with that, it's interesting because you have on the spectrum of, pro-abortion, pro-choice, pro-life, then you also see pro-birth.
Okay.
And so that's kind of the extreme.
Yeah.
And our goal, we get some pushback sometimes because on our website, we do talk about abortion.
Yeah.
Because if we're not educating her, we are not serving her.
Yeah.
And no decision made out of fear or coercion is a good decision.
Yeah.
And so our goal when she comes in to meet with us for that first appointment, we just want to give her space. So when she comes in, she learns what abortion is, completely unbiased, what it is.
Yeah.
She learns what birth and parenting is, again, completely unbiased. She learns what adoption looks like.
Yeah.
So all of these options are presented to her, and she's given time to think about it and to actually think about like, okay, here's the options given to me. We obviously do not refer out for abortions or anything like that. We do not perform them. We understand that our hope and prayer is that, again, she recognizes the image bearer that she is and the life that she is growing. Yeah. But sometimes that decision is made to abort, and then our goal after that is still to love her. So we have post-recovery or post-abortion recovery counseling.
Oh, do you really?
Different Bible studies, things like that, where, again, the goal is to love her and give her healing because that takes healing. There's a lot that goes on there that we want to be that safe space for her to heal.
Yeah. Do you have mostly single moms come in, couples that come in, very different?
That's a great question. Honestly, this surprised me a little bit because you think, when you picture an unplanned pregnancy, I think the first picture is maybe like teenagers, right? And some of ours that come in, they are 38, 39 years old. They're married. They've got great home life, great stability, but they were done having babies.
Sure.
And so this is obviously a surprise, and it's that what next? What comes next?
Right.
And so you see a little bit of everything. And then I think about like my own story. So I actually, the first time I had really heard of her health, I knew of it a little bit, but I had actually gone for an appointment with my old son, Mauer, because Tim had a new job, I had a new job, and both of our insurances were in that weird like limbo area, where they hadn't kicked in yet.
Where you shouldn't have a baby right now.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Right,
and sure enough, that's
there we go.
Here we go.
Yep.
So one of my friends worked there, and she was like, hey, why don't, just come in. Just come check it out.
Yeah.
Because I was very nervous. Like by the time our insurance would have kicked in, it would have been like a little bit farther along in its first baby. Now I don't know that I would be as concerned, but first one I was really nervous.
Yeah.
And so I had gone in, and this advocate met with me and just chatted with me. And it was, at the time, I thought it was weird because she was asking me like questions on if I was safe and if I had a supportive home life, if my husband was excited, if my parents were excited, my friends. And I thought, of course they are.
Yeah.
And then, after I got home and kind of processed the appointment a little bit, I was like, oh my gosh, of course she's asking me these questions, because it's such a luxury and a privilege to be in a situation to say like, yeah, I'm totally safe.
Right.
You know, I have a supportive system. But anyway, it's just funny. Keep bumping this. But almost 7 years later to the day that I walked in there for an appointment, I walked in for work.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah.
I was going to ask, like, what created that passion? Would you say that's one of those areas that created your passion to be with Her Health right now?
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
We have, as far as like I can remember, I've always been very pro-life.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't judge anybody that's made a different decision. I understand everybody's lives looks a little bit different, but that's just been something I've always really cared about.
Yeah.
I don't think I quite realized it though. And then after that appointment, I'll fast forward a little bit. A year later, over a year, I was on maternity leave with Mauer, and I get this phone call from a number that I did not know. I normally don't answer the phone, but I did.
Yeah.
It's probably a God thing. And this
was
woman,
long ago enough where you didn't get the spam calls all day
exactly.
long.
Yeah, it wasn't, you know, it was like, oh, maybe it's just a doctor's appointment or something, you know, because he's still pretty new.
Yeah.
And it was the advocate that I had first met with.
Okay.
And she was like, how are you? Did you have your baby? Did you have a boy or girl? Because I had met with her, you know, when I was like 6 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
Super early. And so she was learning all of this, and she was like, oh my gosh, well, let me pray with you. And she just prayed over me and Mauer on the phone. I thought, this organization is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, how meaningful for women to have these warriors behind them praying behind the scenes that they don't even know about.
Yeah.
And then Tim's always been really supportive of Her Health. Also, his workplace supports him. So we've just kind of always been interwoven with them. And then it's funny, opportunities come up. And you've known this, obviously, with me having reported to you for several years.
For several years, yep.
This came up a couple times. And I told God no. And I told Christy no, my now boss, no a couple times. And then it was finally just where...
Yeah, I told you no once, I think.
You did also tell me no.
That's right. So. That's right. Yeah.
It was just finally to the point where, like, I had to totally surrender and be like, okay, God, I hear you. I'm trusting you. Like, what do you want me to do here?
Yeah.
And so then ultimately, as you know, made the decision to transition away. But I can't pinpoint a part that's like, this was my driving force.
Yeah.
To do that, I think it's just always been an important ministry.
And talking with you throughout the years now, with that, it was evident that the Lord has placed that on your heart, and for you to be there and doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you get to bring a faith component into that. So you've talked about that a couple times. Talk about just the faith atmosphere around the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very fun for me because obviously I came from here, where our whole world is faith. Every aspect of this building is faith. Obviously, there's some business aspects of it that I got to do, but a lot of it is faith. And it's the same thing where our goal ultimately is honoring Jesus and doing that through our work, you know, whether that's office work, whether it's actually meeting with patients and clients, whether it's doing the counseling sessions or doing the parenting classes, whatever that looks like. That's our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
But we have prayer every morning. Sometimes it is over an hour that we get to be in prayer. There's sometimes where some of our advocates will come back to, I'm on more of like the education or business side of the building. We have two parts of our building. The front part's medical, which allows that space to be a little more private.
Yeah, sure.
So that they're not having to walk through all these offices of, you know, women they may or may not know.
Right.
And so I'm on the back side of the building. And it's not super uncommon for somebody to come back and be like, hey, we just need, this is a situation, obviously respecting privacy and all that fun stuff. But can we just pray? And everybody drops what they're doing.
Wow. Oh, that's
like,
really
not
neat.
Uncommon. It's really cool. It's fun to be able to do that. I know not every workplace has that. I've been fortunate enough, you know, being here and now being at Her Health, where these are very heavily faith-based.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I really consider that a privilege because you can't do that corporately always.
No, you can't. And that's cool that you recognize that, especially coming from the church world into Her Health. But that says a lot about the leadership at Her Health too.
Yeah.
And so you guys have great leadership that I've been able to meet and talk with too. And so, it's been outstanding. Yeah,
we've got, our board is really encouraging, really supportive, and very into the like faith aspect of our mission.
Yeah.
And very adamant that we are honoring Jesus in what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's how decisions are made.
That's good.
As this honoring and glorifying to God. If it's not,
right,
probably not something we need to be doing,
sure.
which is great.
Yeah.
It's just it's very cool.
Yeah. Do you guys, do you get pushback from medical community, or is there some encouragement or partnership in some of that, or support rather?
Yeah, that's a great question.
How would you,
I'm not totally familiar with all of the ins and outs of that because I don't always touch the medical side.
Sure.
There are providers that will refer to us, which is really
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Really,
awesome.
really cool, especially with Planned Parenthood closing.
Yeah.
Which, in our minds is a huge win.
Yeah.
But there's always pushback on that of, where are women going to get STD tests? Where are these girls going to go? And now we do that.
Okay. Oh, you do? Okay.
We do.
Yeah. You were able to pick up intentionally some of the services that Planned Parenthood would have provided.
Yes.
But now you do. That's really cool.
So we can
to
do
know.
STI testing.
Yeah.
Which is just really neat that we can be there for her, even if it's not in a pregnancy situation, because then we can meet her, we can get to know her, we can be a trusted resource for her, so that if she would end up in a situation where it is maybe an unplanned pregnancy or just a pregnancy in general, she trusts us and she knows that we care for her. Or if her cousin, her sister, her friend, whatever that might be,
right.
she knows that we care, we have a heart for them, and that we will care for them well. Yeah. And so that's been a good place for us to be in, where we get to see her more than just pregnancy, which it's interesting. I think this was a little bit before my time, but there was a little pushback there of like, why are we trying to do it all? And it's like, we can't just say babies.
Right.
If you don't save her, if you don't help her and love her, you can't save that baby.
Right.
And she is our priority.
Right.
So,
which says a lot to what you guys do after the fact too. I mean, to follow up with her. And
and the goal is to then, and we've supported their graduation, or our graduation in the past here as a church, which has been so cool. But the goal is to then connect these patients and these clients. They get to graduate, this Bright Course graduation. It's a really big deal. They do all their classes, they complete all the work.
Okay. So that would be before labor and delivery.
No, after.
It's after that kind of completes everything. Okay.
Yep. So they have this whole graduation ceremony, and it's a big thing. And churches really contribute to different gifts and gift baskets and things like that for these girls. And the goal is to then connect them with a church family. Yeah. Because that community is so important and so valuable. Yeah. And we want to give them that home feeling of like, I'm cared for, I'm supported, and these people are here to walk alongside me in my journey, which is cool.
Is that a graduation like with other women, or just a specific? So it's one kind of. Okay. Yeah. Talk about that, because I haven't been. Is it open to the public?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah.
Can I come?
You probably could.
Yeah, right.
I've not seen it in my role yet, because it's in May.
Okay, yeah.
And so last year, when I had heard about it, when we were asked to get involved with it, I just heard a little bit about it. I've seen pictures and things like that. But
which we would have packaged different things. Or
we're able to do like gift cards, materials, like to sharing our service times and things like that, and different opportunities we would have for them to connect here in the church.
Right.
But it was right in that transition time of, I think I had put in notice here, but wasn't done and hadn't started there. And so I really didn't see
the nuts and bolts and planning.
Right, what it looked like. But our entire education side was full of these women and their families. And it's
so
very
how
cool.
many roughly?
I think they had like 15 or 18 women last year.
Yeah. Is that a pretty common number?
From my understanding, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it may depend on where they're at in the classes.
Yeah.
I know each month we have around like 60 to 70 clients that they work with.
A lot of them live around here in Sioux City, or do you get some from out of town coming in?
A little bit from out of town. We have a center in Lamar's also, which is helpful. But our area is just interesting, being in the tri-state area. So we have Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota.
Can they come over?
Yeah.
Does any medical
No, because we do not take any government funding.
Right.
So we take no funds, grants, anything like that from the government.
Here in a second. Yeah, that's good.
So with that, all of our services are free.
Okay.
So everything we do,
Right.
no one pays for at all, which is
From the very beginning.
From the very
First
beginning.
phone
They do
call.
not pay anything.
Wow.
Not a thing, which is amazing.
Even with the the thing, the shelf, the room.
The boutique?
The boutique. My gosh. Yeah. I almost got it out.
So they earn points. So it's a point system. And so they can accrue these points for however long. The goal is that they come in once a month.
Yeah.
Just so we make sure, they've got everything they need. If they need anything additional from us, we want that touch point because all the classes are virtual.
Yeah.
They can do them on their phones, on their computers. And so to give us that FaceTime and be able to really interact with them,
Yeah.
we encourage them to come in once a month.
Okay.
But they can use points for anything. We just put stuff in there yesterday, and
Yeah.
it's like this beautiful, looks brand new. It is so swanky, cool walker, and it's 25 points.
Oh,
and
nice.
so then diapers are so many points, and they just exchange them. We keep track of it.
Yeah.
And
so
they
there's
get
some
to shop.
skin in the game in a sense of just earning the points and going through that process.
And some of the points are earned from checking in with us, going to well child visits, going to their doctor's appointments. It's not just the classes. So
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you get some of the stuff for the boutique?
Great question.
Yeah.
Some of it is donated. Actually, a lot of it's donated. Most of our stuff, we take brand new items. If it's really, really lightly used, super gently used, we can use it.
So you want to be able to get out top quality things, obviously.
Yeah.
for
We
the
want them
babies.
to be able to have good products for their kids. We can't
Yeah.
take car seats or anything just because you can't check,
Yeah.
if those are new or not.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is donations, which is cool. We've had a couple people ask us about, can I just set up a recurring order to deliver diapers every other month or something to the boutique? Some of it is just staff. Oh, hey, Carter's had a sale, so we'll go grab.
Right.
But
you guys have you budget some of those? Do you have a line
there
that
is.
you guys are able to?
Yep. So we do have money set aside to be able to fill the boutique because we also don't want it to be slim pickings where, she's worked really hard. She's put in all this effort and then we don't have anything in there
Right.
that serves her at that time or serves her baby at that time. So we have a closet that we keep stocked with tons of stuff. Churches really rally behind us in this aspect. We had actually just this week, Christy and I went to a church in Martinsburg for, they had a regional gathering.
Oh, yeah.
And they had asked us if we had any needs. And Christy at the time had said, oh, we're just a little bit low on diapers. And they said, oh, we can probably get a couple boxes. Noah, when I tell you I had to put the seats down in my car and fill my entire trunk because these women showed up
They just loaded
with
it up,
diapers.
huh? Oh, that's
it
so
took me
cool.
4 trips to get out
for
to my
real?
car and back. And I
Yeah.
had Santa-style garbage bag full of diapers.
Wow.
It was hysterical.
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, they just really rally behind us. Churches and small groups and different friend groups have held baby showers
Yeah.
where we provide all the material. We provide all the lists, things like that. And then they just bring the items.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just kind of a virtual baby
what's-
shower.
What are you most in need of? So if somebody's listening right now, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go get something.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
such a good
What are they gonna
question.
get?
To that, I would actually have them call because I don't deal with the inventory
Okay,
levels.
yeah,
I
that's
know
right.
we were low on little boy clothes
Okay.
for a while.
I'm sure it can ebb and
but I
flow
don't know what that
you're-
looks like
yeah,
now.
That's right.
But we do keep updatedAmazon wish list, Target registry list, because it does change so often.
Yeah.
So we keep those up to date.
Yeah.
Because we have people that pretty religiously shop
Sure.
on those for us, which is just so generous and so
Yeah,
thoughtful.
that's really neat.
And I think to them, it's an easy way
Yeah.
for them to give because you click it and off it goes,
Yeah, absolutely. So talk about your funding. So you don't receive any federal funding or grants or anything. And so where does the money come from?
From individual donors and churches. And we have really, really supportive corporate sponsors also.
Yeah.
Which is very cool to see these businesses really have a heart for our mission and what we do. But a lot of it is just individual donors or families that really believe in what we do and love and care for the girls that we serve and their families. And so, it's very, very cool. We've had just a lot of generous people that show up. We just had, this is so cool. So cool. So we just got a brand new ultrasound machine.
Okay.
Brand new, like straight off the line.
Yeah.
Boy, during training, they could pick up, it's like $70,000.
Wow.
But the Knights of Columbus, a few of the local chapters partnered together, and they raised over half of it.
Oh, really?
And then their national chapter, so I forget how that exactly broke down or what it's actually called, but there's a national level that matched it.
Okay. Wow.
And
that
then
matched their gift of half.
Yes.
Paid for it all?
Yes.
Wow.
So then, and then they had a little bit of extra that we could then put towards training because we have to bring in a specific tech to train all of our nurses.
Got it.
Because there's different like probes and things like that that they have to learn. Totally different machine.
Yeah. Can't just hit random buttons and
you can't.
Go.
Who knew?
I know. That's right. Well, it's okay.
So it's so cool. We just did training 2 weeks ago. They finished up and they could pick up a heartbeat on like a 5-week and 2-day.
Oh, really? That's pretty early.
Yeah, super early.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And they could pick it up clearly, like zoom in and see the whole flutter.
Yeah.
Isn't that so cool?
That is really cool.
And it was
5 weeks.
all of these different families and different Knights of Columbus groups that did this for us and said, this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
And so it's just incredible.
That's really cool. About how many churches, off the top of your head,
oh gosh,
support?
We have quite a few. I think my normal like communication list to if I'm communicating to churches specifically is around maybe 50 to 60.
Wow. Okay.
But some are even up in like Hospers and Sheldon and we've got quite a stretch.
Yeah.
Which
There's
is
Her
very
Health
cool.
and Lamar's.
Yes.
Owned by the same.
Correct.
You guys are all a team.
Yep.
Is there any other Her Health anywhere else around the state or?
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
There's obviously other resources and like us, centers like us. But we are the only two affiliated with like specifically Her Health.
Okay. That's cool. So how could somebody just get involved, help out, be helpful? What do you guys look for in partners?
You know, there's a few different ways. So we'll go first from like financial aspect. A lot of people think, like, this is how I can best give. And we love that so much. Obviously, we need that funding to be able to do what we do and do it well.
And in the church world, we say even like $10 is helpful.
Yes. It's
Whether
so,
it's a huge gift of
$1,000,
a low gift of $10 might be huge in your own home. It's all helpful. It all goes for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have some where like we've got some recurring donations that are $5 a month.
Yeah.
And we love that. We love the heart behind it.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so really financially is so helpful to us. It really allows us to do what we do and do it well without worrying about, can we keep doing this?
Yeah.
We've just been so fortunate that we have so many people that have a heart for what we do. You can sign up to do that online.
Yeah.
You can also just always drop off donations. They could donate to our boutique if the donation route is how they're looking to serve or get involved. But we're always looking for volunteers for our advocates, which is the women that would meet with our patients and our clients at their appointments. Very easy. I shouldn't say very easy to do that. It's not a huge time commitment.
Yeah. But an advocate, they would show up, connect with the woman, and show up to the appointments and walk alongside,
which is just really cool.
Yeah.
And they're just there to help support them and really walk. They don't talk on anything medical. The nurses do that.
Okay.
But they're just there to be that person for her. So when she meets with us we have these beautiful counseling rooms, for lack of a better word.
Sure.
Like there's nothing medical in them. They're just comfortable, cozy rooms. And it gives her an opportunity to just really think about, just take a minute, really take a minute for herself to think and process and pray if she would like to, if she's comfortable. We obviously would never force anybody to do that, but our advocates love to do that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's kind of a really big privilege for them when they get to do that.
And you need more advocates?
Yes, we are always needing more advocates here in Lamar's.
Good.
And then we have different classes and things like that where we need people going into schools, because that's part of what we do also. We're in the schools talking about healthy relationships. We're in juvenile detention talking about healthy relationships. We're out at Rosecrance. We've been in mid-step services talking about healthy relationships. So we need people that can serve in that way also, or teach our daddy class. It's all across the board. There's ways that people can serve. And so if there is an area, I would encourage somebody, if there's an area that really pulls on somebody's heart when they hear about this, just give us a call, because we can certainly find a fit. Some of it's just admin stuff. We have people come in and they will stuff our envelopes. They will, get mailings.
Oh, we know that's always,
it is,
always
it's quite a feat.
Yeah.
Or just little organizational things that the center can always use, because like any nonprofit, you can't have a huge staff.
Right. Yep.
People wear a lot of different hats.
We depend on our volunteers.
We do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And for some people, that's such a meaningful way for them to serve and give back. And that's how they contribute. And we need all of it. So
yeah, good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very
cool. Well, thanks for coming on and talking,
this was
McKenzie.
So fun.
This is fun. Yeah, we'll have you again. And
okay.
And I'm looking forward to that graduation. Maybe we'll do an episode surrounding that graduation. And
it would be very cool.
From that.
It would be very cool.
Good. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening today to our Faith, Relationship, and Community podcast. For more episodes, check out our website, morningsidelutheran.com, or on our social media platforms. We appreciate you joining. God bless.